Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, the Python Gurukul. Today we'll be talking about how to build our first AI agent. We will start from the very basic, like how to do the environment setup, and then we'll conclude our thoughts with the building and running our first AI agent. From very basic, like how to do the authentication, how to set up the ADK module, and then a couple of the retry mechanism, which is of course required for this kind of LLM uses. We'll be seeing how to define the AI agent, and then how we want to orchestrate the whole running model, and then running a prompt and getting the response back. So it looks like a lot to get through in our plate. So let's start with understanding what we are trying to achieve. We are not talking about linear interaction where we send the prompt, we got the response back. We are talking about more controlled environment where we are defining how things should be taken care. Means we are talking about dynamic execution. So let's see how we'll be doing that. So for this particular dynamic execution, we need framework. For the framework, for the simplification, we will be using Google ADK. For the brain, we'll use Gemini 2.5 Light LLM model. And for capability, we will be using Google search. So as we do with any other Python packages, just say pip install Google ADK and all the things required for this particular project will be in your local. The second thing we want to do is one-time setup, setting up the Google API key. If you have not done before, just go to this particular link, create or generate the key and set the key in the environment. If this all thing sounds little bit confusing, so get the key, and if you are running your program locally in your environment for just learning purposes, there's no harm keeping it here as well. Once we have the keys, then we have to list out all the module which we will be using for our agent definition, then running, and then using the tools. So we will be using agent, LLM model import, in the memory we want to run everything, and then the tool is a Google search. So this is the retry mechanism we talked about. If things are failing, we just want to wait for some time. And if these things are failing for this server side response, though we just don't want to give up. We just want to keep trying. So this is kind of common thing we define for any API. This is the thing where we are defining the agent, the name, what we want to achieve from the agent, which tool it is supposed to be using, and which model it should be using. So we are defining everything for our agent. The same thing what we saw in the graphics, we are defining in the Python code. We are saying initialize the agent, provide the name of the agent, say that which model it should be using, and then which tool it is supposed to use. And this is some description what agent we are defining. The orchestrator side, where we want to keep the state. So we want to run the thing in memory. We want to do the state management, message routing in the memory. So that we are defining as a runner. We have basic building block for agent. We have environment, and then we are just calling the runner. We are calling the agent. And this is the thing we want to solve by my agent. So we just call the runner in the debug mode, and this is how the output looks like. It is saying that this is what tool I use, this is what things looks like, and this is my final response. That looks neat and clean. So let's summarize what all we talked about. We talked about setting up the ADK, doing the authorization. Then we talked about which all module we should be importing, and then we define the agent itself. We said where we want to run the thing, how we want to remember the state, and then we call the debug, run debug. That's where we call the actual agent. So, whatever we saw in the slide, the same thing I just put it here. The API key is set in my environment, so I've already defined it here. If there is anything wrong, we'll just throw the exception. Try mechanism I talked about, and then this is where we are defining the agent. We just say that we want to do some helpful assistant. We want to use the model Gemini 2.5. If something goes wrong, let's use this retry config. And then description, what kind of agent it is, what it should be doing when it is unsure, and then as a tool it should be using Google search. So we define agent over here. In memory, we just want to run the thing in memory, and the next thing is calling the runner itself. So we are saying, we are asking the question, what is the weather forecast for Houston for next week? And then that's all. So let's go ahead and call the same thing, Python, the file name is single agent.py, and we just send the request. Let's see what it does. So we can see that ADK components imported successfully, API key was set up, root agent was defined, runner was created, and it is just giving some helpful information what we asked. Then it got some information, then it is doing the breakdown, and this is what it is giving for next week. So it said that it is going to be really cold weather, so we should be careful around here. And that's all I had for you today. If you like my video, don't forget to share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.